Love is in the air. Cupid just got his booster shot. So be careful. You might get hit by a stray arrow this coming Valentine's Day. Everybody, welcome to the Potential Podcast.
Episode X.
Yay!
So ayan, welcome everybody to the Potential Podcast. Once again, it's very nice to see you guys here. Once again, ito nga pala si Arnie. Hi guys!
Hi, it's James.
It's me, it's Teen John 06.
So at this very moment, ako yung magiging host ngayon kasi usapang pag-ibig nga naman, no? We're gonna talk about love in all shapes and sizes and forms, of course, since malapit na ang Valentine's Day.
Literally, yung pag nire-record namin to since February 13. So, itong recording na to is baka ma-upload na bukas.
Yeah, tomorrow. 14. Yeah, araw ng mga pag-ibig.
Oh.
Exciting.
Pero of course, bakit nga ba episode X ang napag-isipan natin? Di ba it's episode 10?
Oo nga, kasi sakto is episode X ang Roman numeral ng number 10. Kaya X, episode X, EX.
Is it just a coincidence or...
I don't know, ha? Pero, ayun, saktong episode X siya. Kasi former episode is IX. So, yeah.
Most likely you guys will never see me look, what we look right now, but I'm staring at Justin right now with very, Justin, are you really, Anyways, and now we're gonna talk about, Valentine's Day and such. Well, if you guys haven't got with the program nga naman, it's still the pandemic. It's season 3 na ba? Season 3 ng pandemic, yeah?
Yeah. That's unfortunate, guys. Season 3 ng pandemic. Pero, I think, we will flatten the curve again. Sana naman.
Paulit-ulit lang naman talaga yan. Sana wala ulit magpataas ng cases. Pero, moving on. Ano ba ang pag-uusapan nga natin? Kakasabi ko lang kanina, but it's love.
Yeah, it's
dating culture in the Philippines.
Ay, Diyos ko. Dating culture in the Philippines. Ano nga ba? Kasi di ba medyo different siya sa dating cultures, in other countries nga naman. Kasi we have the legal culture for, the guy approaching the girl and getting their, their affection, showing them na, hey, ako to, well, you might like me. I'm here to make ligaw, I like you, baka, you never know, you might like me. And that's what I think about dating culture dito sa Pilipinas. So I guess kahit siguro naman nung sinaunang panahon, it's kinda understandable, wala tayong social media, so it's good that the guy will show their true colors to the person para, makilalan talaga nila yung nanliligaw. So, I understand yung legal culture noon. Pero ngayon kasi we have social media, Facebook,
we have
Instagram.
technology.
Isang search lang ng pangalan ng tao. Ayan, yan yung entire background ng tao. Kaya parang medyo pinipilit na lang talaga yung old culture ng panliligaw. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad na manligaw. Okay, do you. But for me, it's kinda like outdated na. What do you guys think?
I think I saw a post noon parang saying that in the olden times I don't think this is for Filipino culture, but I think they did naman dito. Like women would kind of drop their handkerchief.
Oh yeah.
And then they'd kind of be like and then the guy would be like, "Oh ma'am, you dropped your handkerchief or something." And then the woman would be like, "Did I?"
Did I?
Yeah. Did I really drop it? So I think it's just a concept of first moves and stuff. I think ngayon girls are more encouraged to do the first move, I think. And I think that's great. But before, yeah, for sure, parang it's the pressure is on the guy to make the first move, which is sometimes problematic kasi if you're going into a relationship, you have to how do I say this? Like, you really have to say what you want. Kasi kung hindi mo gusto yung tao, tapos they keep pursuing you, like, it's such a waste of time.
Yeah.
It's like, woof, I don't like you.
Yeah, so I think before, I think women did the first move na rin naman. Like, it was really just up to people if they wanted to pursue the legal culture or whatever. And I think sa ibang bansa din, like, they also had this, like, courting tradition. But I think sobrang, I think we're still practicing it to this day. I'm not sure why, because I think, yeah, like you said, it's outdated. Like, if you want a person, if you're a girl, if you want a person, just tell them.
Yeah.
Right?
Oo, tama.
Just also tell them what you want. Like, what?
True.
Like, don't be. I know it's a lot of pressure, kasi like sometimes you can be shy. Sometimes it's hard to say what you want, especially if you don't know what you want.
Yeah.
But like,
Tama.
it's important to be able to say what you want and how you want to be loved, how you want to be wanted, para makuha mo rin yung gusto mo. Kasi if you're tiptoeing into a relationship, let's say it's just a situationship, not a relationship, kasi you don't want to rush into things, but you still have to say what you want. You have to. Hindi naman yung parang like you're so demanding na, okay, this is what I want when we're outside, this blah blah. Well, you can say that, but it's really important to let a person know of the things that you want and if kung gusto mo siya talaga or hindi. Kasi you don't wanna waste your time, you don't wanna waste other people's time.
Siyempre, sayang effort kung hindi mo nga talaga gusto yung person, di ba?
Oo,
sayang. Kasi sayang yung energy mo, sayang yung, kumari, kung gagastos ka, sayang money mo, di ba?
Also, what's the point?
Yeah.
Diba?
Also, what's the point nga, hindi ko nga gusto, ba't ko gagastosin ng pera ko, di ba?
Yeah, when you get into a relationship kasi you really know what you want, or else like it's just a waste of time, waste of effort, waste of resources nga naman, di ba?
Waste of energy.
Also, there's this thing na na-observe ko with people. I'm not saying these are my friends, but I've observed this in people na some people like sending mixed signals.
Yeah.
Just to play around. And that's not cool. Kasi you don't want... Gaya ng sabi ko kanina, you don't want to be tiptoeing into a situation. Kasi I think this is more of like what teenagers do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just saying this like as an adult now kasi parang I've observed this before na like people would send these quote-unquote signs or whatever, like just say what you want.
Yo, I hate that.
Like, yeah, it's annoying.
Don't message him so fast that they'll think you're needy and stuff. Just I'm not gonna. But like, it's those kinds of like mind games. Like, can we just go straight to the point on what we want, and stop with the mind games and just, I guess, yeah, yung example na sinabi mo, na pinakita yung in the olden times and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, that's like big brain, high IQ kind of flirting, right? Pero now, do I need to have like a master's degree in psychology to be able to date you? Come on!
Yeah, also like some people kind of like they expect you to be able to read minds. Like, people are not psychic. You have to say what you want. Alam mo yun, yung like I would see these kind of scenarios in TikTok. Like, it's not like real life, pero like they kind of reenact something, and let's say like this girl wants something, pero she doesn't say it, she just looks angry. I'm like, just say what you want.
Yeah.
like I see that in people. I'm not saying that all girls do this, but a lot of girls do that. Like people can't read your minds. Like, say what you want.
Like, it's like, lahat ng babae ganito, pero, lahat ng babae hindi ganito, pero ganun na nga.
Ganun na nga din.
I mean, Okay, I'm not gonna say anything because I might get cancelled.
Okay, going back dun nga, it's kind of problematic when it comes to the dating for the guys. I think the annoying part about that is understanding the concept of no. Pag hindi ka pinayagan manligaw, pag hindi ka bet ng girl, wag mo na pilitin.
Although masakit pero wag mong pilitin. Ma-feel mo yung rejection, pero wag mo nang pilitin siya kung hindi talaga niya ikaw gusto.
Yeah, and if you get the girl, like, what would you feel? Like, parang, like, she's just tolerating you now. Like, that's not a cool feeling. Just let it go.
Kasi like, the relationships won't really end well if it's just one-sided, and then parang the one who's not really that interested just said yes because ang effort niya naman, ang dami niya nang ginawa, he's very persistent. No, I don't condone that. Get out of here. Sure.
So, ano yung concept about, speaking of one-sided, concept of unrequited love? Ano na?
Unrequited love.
Unrequited love. Ano masasabi niyo doon?
It's actually a double-edged sword for me. Why? Well, unrequited love it just means that you really love the person. You know, that's true love. It's not just infatuation. It's nice, but at the same time, it's hard to have options. I mean, it's hard to be emotionally available once you have an unrequited love. Kasi like, you feel like it feels like you're boxing yourself in. And no offense to others if they prefer that way, but like, it feels suffocating in my case.
Oh.
I think it's just life, Sometimes you love somebody and they don't love you. That's just how it is. Pero of course
it is.
It hurts. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it hurts. Like you do, like, have to deal with it in a painful way. Pero that's just how life is. Sometimes you like a person, they don't like you back. It sucks, but
Eto daw, meron ditong isang quote. There are two bad sides to unrequited love, but the only one is made familiar by our culture, that of the lover, not the rejector. In fact, research suggests that the object of unrequited affection experiences a variety of negative emotions on a par with those of the suitor, including anxiety, frustration, and guilt. As Freud long since pointed, Sigmund Freud, we're not psychology students, by the way, pero ito yung nakalagay kasi dito, pointed out, when a woman sues for love, to reject and refuse is the distressing part for a man to play. Ano masasabi dun sa sinabi ni Sigmund Freud na yun?
That it goes both ways. Yes, at face value, the one who gets rejected will get hurt more. But the mind plays plays games with everybody, even the one who rejected. Lalo na kasi if it's unrequited, they'll feel guilty. Kasi kung isipin mo, the stress of worrying about the person you rejected, lalo na if, let's say, it's a friend na matagal na may gusto sa'yo. BFFs, boy best friend, girl best friend, hello, shoutout sa inyo. Nakaka-stress, and it brings that stress if ever they get into a relationship. Like, kamusta kaya yung may gusto pa rin sa akin, baka pag nabalitaan niyang I'm dating somebody, they'll get hurt na naman. And that's yun yung naintindihan ko in Sigmund Freud. What Sigmund Freud said.
How about you, Jace? Ano naintindihan mo dun sa sinabi ni Freud?
Can I read it again?
So, eto, when a woman sues for love, to reject and refuse as a distressing part for a man to play. Yun ang sinabi ni Sigmund Freud.
Yeah, I think it's like when we hear about stories about unrequited love, it's usually the man being rejected. But I think, as a woman, I've never I've never been this is gonna come out as like a brag, but I've never been rejected. So I don't know what to say about that. Pero
Sana all.
I feel like
Sana all.
I feel like people, I think I have been, but like it's not like serious or something. But yeah, I feel like women also experience that. And like I said kanina, if somebody rejects you, you know, it's just what life is sometimes. Sometimes you like a person, they don't like you back. And yeah, it hurts. It's not good for you emotionally if you're in the if you're the person who got rejected.
Yeah.
Pero I think it's emotionally hard because sometimes we could think na, oh, I'm not worthy of love because the person that I want doesn't want me.
I can relate to that so much.
I could relate to that. I am so relate to that.
Yeah, but like
Good point, by the way.
like holy shit, there's like 7 billion people in this
The
world. Like what the fuck? Like there's so many people who could like you back.
And you're stuck up with one person.
Yeah, that's
I know.
it's sad, yeah, but like obviously if you like someone that much, of course, like you feel like they're like your whole world and sila lang yung
Oh my god.
yung nag-exist for you. But like no, that's crazy to think about. I mean, in a logical sense, pero if you're the person going through this kind of thing, of course you'll think like, holy shit, I'm never gonna find somebody like this person. Like no, you will though. Like people are unique, but you might find somebody who is like that. But yeah, my point is, it's not the end of the world if you
Yeah.
experience something like that.
And I guess it's more on the self-evaluation na, on yourself na, okay, why am I feeling this way when I got rejected by this person, or why we broke up? Why do I feel this way? And I think you need to give yourself some time in order to process those emotions. You know, do whatever you have to do, except look for another person to date, or don't do that. Don't use them as character development. I swear, don't.
No.
That. But find your hobbies again. Try to find what makes you happy. Then evaluate, why am I feeling like this? Why am I sad that they're not here? Is it because I'm used to it? Sanay ba akong nandyan siya para sa akin? Sanay akong may kausap ako tuwing gabi? Kapuyatan? Mga ganun. And then, move on. I guess it's easy to say kasi nagawa ko na. Pero it took me so long to finally process that, to realize that. And if you're moving on, if you're in the moving on process, listener, you got this. There's like so many people out there, and you're gonna be stuck up with one person. No. If that's just one person, yes, they were important to you, but you're more important than anybody else in your life. And if you're gonna let yourself down, I think you need to set your priorities straight now.
Yeah, and if you're also going through something like that, you should let yourself feel how you feel. Kasi sometimes like you gave me
reject nila yung nararamdaman nila.
You gave me an idea earlier kasi sometimes people do like rebounds.
Ay, rebound? Ano ba yan? Bakit
That's not
ganon?
a good thing to do for you and for the person that you're gonna
Alam nyo,
quote-unquote use.
mas
Because
masakit yun. Mas masakit yun, di ba?
I mean, for the person that you're going to be with,
Oo.
and also for you, kasi you're just distracting yourself from the things that you're feeling, and you're supposed to go through those emotions for you to be able to move forward. Kasi I saw this one quote on Instagram. I think it said or on Facebook, I don't know, it doesn't matter, but I think it said the fastest way to move on is the slowest way to move on. Because it basically means that you really have to go through your emotions, even though it feels like lonely, na parang, oh, it's been 3 months, why am I not moving on? Like, you just have to go through it. Because if you skip the whole part...
It reminds me of my ex.
Yeah, if you skip the whole part, you're just gonna get onto it the next time na matrigger ka or something.
Diba? Ilang buwan tayo nagkala nun, diba? Like, nung nakipag-play sa akin yung ex ko, like,
almost like every other day we were like
I'm freaking hinahide ko lang yung feelings ko.
we went to festival, we went to BGs, hindi naman BGs.
Hindi naman.
Alabang and like stuff like that. And I just, hey man, bring me wherever you want to go, I'll be here.
Oo, tapos one time pinainom ako nito ng gin, nakalimutan ko yung toga ko. Hindi ko makakalimutan yan, Hindi ko makakalimutan
it makes us do crazy things, but ayun nga, like, I mean, it's easier said than done, but you really have to go through these phases. You can't skip these parang I mean, it's not really grief, but it's kind of how that feels like when you're going through a heartbreak, because you're unstitching someone from your life. You're losing somebody, even though, I mean, they're still alive, but like, I mean, it kind of feels like you're going through these stages of grief, these stages of loss. You can't skip those parts. And before I forget, like, if sometimes, like, maybe you might think na this is like for people trying to move on and stuff. Sometimes you might think na, oh, I've moved on, and then the next day you'll be like, I still feel the same. Like, don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Like that, those things happen.
It's a learning process.
Yeah, and it also means like you can also look at the silver lining. It also means that what you felt is real. So, yeah.
And actually, yun yan, within the cycle, yung sinabi niya with rebounds and stuff.
Ano meron sa rebound?
Pag hindi mo yung ginawa, yung mga sinabi niya, ni Jace, about evaluating and feeling what you feel and accepting what you feel.
Okay.
Totoo lang, kung hindi mo yung ginawa, you start becoming a fuckboy. Di ba, isipin mo, di ba? Tuloy-tuloy, trying to find girls and trying to, hook up with girls and stuff like that. And,
tapos hindi ka pa rin satisfied like that.
Well, yeah, di ba? And it's, kaya nga, don't, ito ang lagi ko sinasabi sa iba. When you get into a relationship, make sure you're happy by yourself. Love it will never be the source of your happiness. Love will just add to your happiness. It will just add to what you have right now. It's not, if you look for a relationship to be happy, I think you're setting you're not setting your priorities right.
Yeah.
Kasi if you're just sad and you're already looking for somebody to make it better, I think hindi yun yung kailangan mo . I think you're not looking for a relationship. You're just looking for entertainment to make you happy. Kung gano'n, sana naglaro ka na ng Genshin Impact, Valorant, naglaro ka na lang sana ng kung ano-ano, di ba?
And guys, huwag niyong paglaro ng pag-ibig, ha? That's a sensitive feeling, ang pag-ibig. Huwag niyong paglaruan ng pag-ibig kasi pwede you can destroy someone's emotion.
Truly. And honestly, it has happened.
It has happened.
Kasi ako miniligawan ako dati, recently lang, and like, it didn't work out, and I understood it, pero like, it felt like I felt lost, na nakalimutan ko yung sarili ko. Nasaan si Arnie? Wala na yung energy niya, wala na siyang kulit, and stuff like that, and then I realized na parang, okay, I'm not really evaluating what I felt. I'm not really seeing the big picture here kung bakit ito yung nararamdaman ko. I was rejecting what I felt. Ni-reject ko, hindi, okay lang ako, hindi ka okay. Sino magiging okay after getting rejected after so long?
Nothing.
Niligawan mo. No one. Unless, wala kang emotions or callous or whatever. So, hey man, I'm not calling you out, if ever, pero, anyway. And, honestly, love is not just for about looking for a relationship. Love is everywhere. Love with your family,
love for your work,
love for what love for your pets if you have pets. love for yourself.
Ayun, ang importante. Self-love ang importante talaga.
I mean, I guess hindi naman sa trying to be a broken record na, pero self-love is very important. How important? It's more dapat you have accepted yourself way before you started looking for a relationship, for a partner.
Oh.
Kasi ito ang huli kasi when you look for somebody to love you, when you don't love yourself, alakas sa loob mo. And kasi like kung di mo kaya tanggapin sarili mo, paano pa naman tatanggapin ka ng iba?
And that's ironic.
Mm-hmm. So like hindi naman sa I'm trying to shit on relationships. If you're in a good relationship, good for you. Sana
go ahead. Kung meron ka ng good relationship, go ahead. Wag mo na, don't fuck it up. So, yun lang.
Keep the keeper,
Oo, tama.
Keep your girl, keep your man, whatever it is. Kasi like, ewan ko ba, naiinggit ako ngayon. Hindi naman sa naiinggit. Parang I'm starting to compare myself with the younger generation.
Yeah,
Tanda mo?
Younger generation, ha?
Mga nasa 18 years old, mga 19. I'm 21 by the way, guys.
Also, me 21.
So like, parang may nangiti, pero
may nangiti dito.
I mean, I'm just 22. Oh my God. Okay.
Pero like, have you ever starting to compare yourself with others? Ay, puti pa siya, may good relationship, they're solid na nagmamahalan ng tunay. At age of 18, 19, like, sana all, di ba? Pero, as na tumanda ako, I've started really trying to get a relationship. Huwag madaliin. Yun na natutunan ko. Huwag madaliin. Madaliin. Kasi my sister, ito yung biggest example ko kung bakit hindi ako nagmamadali.
Bakit?
My sister is like 29 years old, magta-30 na. Ang dami niyang ex.
Like too many exes.
Like 5.
Alright.
If I count correctly, ganun kadami. Ngayon, just last year, she got a boyfriend. Boy, ang solid niya. Ang solid niya kasama. Like honestly, he knocks everybody out of the competition from his ex. Like, ala na akong gana i-compare siya sa mga ex niya. Kasi, wala panalo na siya
Panalo na nga siya.
So like, if my sister was able to find somebody like him at the age of 29,
yeah,
may pag-asa pa sa akin. May pag-asa pa sa lahat.
May pag-asa pa tayong lahat, mga younger generations.
Huwag madaliin. Kasi, kung paano sila nagkakilala, they knew each other way before. They used to be old friends. After, then, last year, the guy just said hi to my sister. Like, hi lang, kamusta?
Hi, okay.
Smooth sailing after. Sana all.
Sana all, no? Sana all smooth operator, no? No, pre. Sana smooth operator lagi.
I guess it comes with experience at being at that age nga naman. Guys, it's not gonna be like it's not gonna happen at once kaagad na you'll be in a good relationship. Hindi, you'll sa totoo lang, if you get into a good relationship at your first try, good for you. You've matured enough to understand how you should be in a relationship. Pero if you haven't, got it in the first try, learn from it. Experience yan to learn from the next time you try to get into a relationship.
Yeah.
People don't also talk about how nice it is to be alone sometimes. I mean for me, like I have fun being alone, but also sometimes I go like, oh, like I hope I'm like I wish I was with somebody right now, but like that's normal. Pero it's nice to be on your own and to like I'm not saying na if you're in a relationship your time is like controlled or whatever. It's just that when you're in a relationship kasi you're also thinking about this whole other person and their life, and that's like a big thing na. And if you're alone, if you're single, it's nice kasi you have that time to think about yourself, to think about what you want, to develop more about yourself. Kasi like us right now, like we're in our early 20s, we have so much to learn about ourselves. Like even me, like I've matured a lot, like especially since the past year, and I still am, obviously. I've been learning a lot of things about myself, and it kind of made me realize na, oh my god, like I don't know a lot. Like there's so much for me to discover, for me to learn, and like I feel like we should just take that chance before we go on and try to look for somebody or whatever. I mean, it's nice, obviously. I mean, I've experienced it. It's nice to be in a relationship, and it's nice when you're aligned with a person, like with their goals, with what they want.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing. Like I can say that. And I'm also like what term is that? Like I'm also like a hopeless romantic, so I like being in a relationship that goes really well, obviously. But I also know na it's nice to be alone. Like, okay, let me give you an example, right?
Yeah.
So I was in kind of like a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
I was it almost went for like 5 years. So like those 5 years, it's not like I didn't have some time alone, obviously. But like every time na nasa labas ako, I'm with him. So like most of the time that I had, like spending it outside, it was just with him. And it's not like, I'm not saying na parang, oh, it's bad, like the experience was bad or something. It was obviously great. That's why it went on for 5 years.
Yeah.
But after that, I started to go out by myself. I started to decide. I mean, it's not like I'm being controlled before, pero I started to do things for myself, by myself. And it's different. Like, sobrang sarap sa feeling when you're trying out new things for yourself, when you're going to new places by yourself, when you're discovering things by yourself. It's nice. So, yeah, that's what I recommend for like people our age. Just go out there and be alone. I'm not saying na parang separate yourself from everybody, be alone, isolate yourself. But it's nice to do things on your own.
Because like, honestly speaking, when before you even got into a relationship, you're alone. And if you're not comfortable with that feeling, and if you're broken-hearted and you're not used to being alone, diba? And I think may naalala ko, or I got an idea from Jace, and with her 5-year relationship, and whenever she goes out, she's always with him. Good thing, like, parang dumating ba yung time na like the guy was like, ay, pinipigilan ka to hang out with your friends, with us.
Oh no, not really.
Kasi may mga tao kasing ganun eh.
Oo. And
like sobrang sensitive yung kanilang feelings.
Yes. And yun yung gusto ko i-mention. Set your own boundaries. Even with your partner. So girlfriend, boyfriend mo, like, okay, we're a couple, but I need my alone time. Or at least at this time, I want to be alone. I want to enjoy my time. Or I want to watch this Netflix series by myself. Diba? And kasi the moment na dumating yung time na you want to be part of their life 24/7, parang medyo, hindi na siya love eh. It's more like obsession na. Tama ba yung aking parang naiisip na it's becoming like an obsession, kung you want to spend all your time with your significant other?
Yeah, I can't really relate to that because I've had a good relationship with people.
Annoying, hopeless, romantic. Sana all!
Sana all nga talaga. Sana all talaga, pero we'll take it from here. We're having a break. And here's the Potential Podcast Episode X returns.
Okay! So, guys, pandemic na naman, no? May nagbago ba kayo? What do you guys think? Kasi ako, ever since the pandemic started, like, dating has never really gone through my mind na I want to do. Lalo na I'm a touchy-feely person. Like, my love language. Ayun, my love language is touch. And of course, words of affirmation. I love those. But like, ewan, it's kagaya na sinabi ko, parang I don't want to rush things kasi because of my sister, stuff like that. Pero, from what you observe, kamusta ba? Is dating worth it even on the panahon ng pandemic, COVID-19 stuff?
For me, for most of the pandemic, I was in a relationship. Pero, that ended, and then I didn't exactly jump on the dating scene. It kind of just happened for me. Pero, during that time, it was... it's different. It's weird kasi I kind of got into a few situationships. When I say a few, it's not a lot. You might think I'm like going around and everything, but I've been in situationships na it's like long distance. And when I say long distance, it's long distance.
Like long.
Like it's a whole world away. But I think if you wanna try dating online, I think you should go for it because it is fun and there are ways to have fun, quote unquote fun, whatever fun means for you. But there are ways to do that because it's nice to live in the future or whatever because we all have these things that we have access to be able to talk to other people, to connect to other people in ways na it's not just talking, it's not just like seeing each other. I'm not gonna go far from what I'm trying to say because this might be we're trying to be safe for work here, right? But there are things that you could do with relationships that can't work on the physical. Kasi yun nga, since we're in a pandemic, sometimes you have to isolate yourselves and it can be hard kasi for me, like surprisingly my primary love languages are physical touch and words of affirmation. And if you're in a long distance relationship, that could be kind of tricky. Pero,
and also mahirap yun. Mahirap talaga.
Yeah, it is. So you if you want to really go for dating during the pandemic when lockdowns happen and everything, you also have to consider the risks and ayun nga, mahirap nga when you're going into dating during the pandemic.
Nag-iba nga galaw ng dating ngayong pandemic. Like dati kasi i-invite mo lang yung significant other mo sa isang restaurant, kakain kayo doon, kakain ka sa labas, or magsa-sightseeing kayo sa labas, hawak kamay. Ngayon, hindi mo na magagawa yun. Technically, you can do that kung alam mo yung isa't isa niyo talaga. Di ba? Pero, mahirap pa rin eh. You could contact a virus or a disease if you want.
Well, at least naman kasi, as long as you have your vaccine, got your booster shot, you can do most of the normal dating style na ngayon. Still be safe, take precautions, pero honestly, you can, we're going back to the normal kahit may with extra guidelines and rules you gotta worry about. Pero I think now dati naman talaga rampant to, pero I think mas rampant na talaga ang LDR ngayon since yun nga, like everybody's in social media more because we're
it's pandemic.
It's a pandemic, we're stuck at home more, so like I think there's nothing much that changed other than more activity online. Kasi because of the pandemic and stuff. Pero ito lang sasabihin ko sa mga try the dating app. Well, of course, stay safe sa mga dating apps because there are a lot of posers there. I've experienced that. Hello. Pero yeah, if you succeed in using a dating app, go on ahead, try it. Honestly. And if you guys are not really good with words, if you're not good with flirting online, kasi I know that happens. Like, there are guys and girls that have game when they're talking to somebody in person. But then, they become an awkward mess when it comes to chat.
Ako, hindi ko matipuhan talaga dating apps. Alam ni Arnie yun.
Yeah.
Kasi I'm more like a physical guy eh. Gusto ko talaga nakikita ko yung nakikita ko or naririnig ko yung boses niya, nakikita ko yung niya, yung tsura niya, ganon. Hindi ko matipuhan yung dating apps eh. Yeah. May Tinder nga ako pero di ko ginagalaw.
Yeah, it's hard for people like that na kasi you really have to be in contact with the person in the physical. So, ayun nga, sabi ko nga kanina, like, my love language is physical touch. Like, I mean, there's two. Like, I have two primary love languages and it's physical touch and words of affirmation. But the physical touch one is like the
highest level.
Yeah. And it is hard to like not be with somebody in person. So, if you're that kind of person, medyo mahirap nga yung dating during the pandemic. And it's also, like, you can do stuff now, you can do more stuff now kasi it's kind of like sometimes wala nang restrictions, sometimes meron. Pero pag may restrictions, like that's when it gets hard kasi like you have to deal with that amount of time away from this person that you're trying to date.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's more on trying to, like I said, setting your boundaries, knowing when you can, be affectionate with each other. By the way, sa mga who are dating online, please, I swear, if you guys, date on Valorant, I swear, tone down the flirting.
Seriously, mayroon nagde-date sa Valorant?
Bro, I have played with multiple couples in Valorant.
Like, naka-on yung voice chat nila.
Yeah, bro.
And sinasabi, nice baby, gano'n.
Bro, it happens! Bro, it happens! It's so annoying! Okay, bro, last time, bro. Valorant game. I was carrying the team. And the couple, the guy was like playing a duelist, so an aggressive character.
Aggressive yun.
And his couple, his partner was the healer.
Support,
Support. So at that very moment, there was a time in the game, it was 3v5. Me and the couple versus the 5 enemies. I had 50 health, the guy had 50 health too. I picked the enemies, I got 2 kills, and I asked for heal. That's the reason why I got 50 health, because I picked the enemy, I got 2 kills. So it's a 3v3 now. I asked for a heal. Bro, the support healed the guy.
Yeah.
I was like, we lost that round because I fought the enemy with low HP. I could have beat them if I had HP.
Yeah.
Bro, the guy had no aim. He couldn't hit the enemy, bro. I got so frustrated, and then when they clutched after that, the next round, it was a 1v1 clutch. It's the guy versus another enemy. The guy clutched the round.
Okay.
Guess what I heard after that?
Nice baby.
I swear to God. That was the most worth it game I threw. I didn't care. I lost MMR. It was worth it to see their day ruined because I didn't play well. I literally, so in Valorant, it's very important to have the right sensitivity in your mouse.
Yes, of course.
Bro, I put my sensitivity on high because I was so pissed. I had 0 aim because of it. Anyways, because like honestly, learn to read the air.
Read the room. Read the room, guys.
Like it's not technically PDA, but it's that. It's unnecessary display of affection. Kasi
Focus on the game. Mamaya na yung mamaya na yung mga chika-chika nyo dyan sa mga relationship nyo.
or at least do a party. Say it in the party voice call. Because there are two voice calls. The team voice call, which is with the entire team, and there's the party voice call. The party is within your party, yung mga kasama mo lang. So dun mo na lang sabihin sa party, please. Ayoko marinig yung mga yan. May mga tao.
The worst of all, naririnig yun ng all, no?
Oo, lahat. Boy, may naglalaro ng Valorant para makalimot.
hindi makaisip ng
maalala ang
yung,
past.
maalala yung kanilang mga past loves, ganon.
So, I'm just ranting about my recent game because I got...
So, ibig sabihin talaga, setting your boundaries is very important talaga.
That's a big tangent. I'm my bad. Anyways, so yeah, when it comes to dating, what's your motto that you go by, or the saying that you go by?
Saying that I go by when dating?
Like parang a rule that you go by.
Ako naniniwala ako sa I think go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Wag mo siyang pagbawalan. Wag mo rin siyang pagdudahan. Dapat meron kang trust sa kanya. Yun. Go with the flow and trust ang kailangan sa isang dating. Na wag mo agad pagdudahan na meron tong manggughost na to. Ganon. So ayun ang aking parang quote-unquote motto in my dating. Go with the flow. Huwag mo madiliin.
Jace?
How about you, Jace?
So figuring that out. Yeah, I mean, I guess my answer would be like,
You don't have to force yourself, pero if you have, go lang.
Yeah, no. My thing with dating, I'm still figuring that out, cause I'm 22. I got stuff to learn. But I'll say what I've learned recently.
Yeah.
What I've learned recently is to take things slow.
Take things slow.
Yeah. That's it.
That I like.
Parang parang in sync with my motto.
I agree. And same din. Almost same din. Pero at least siguro when it
magkaiba nga lang ng principle or perspective. Kumbaga.
Sa'yo kasi go with the flow means like
kung ano yung pinapakita niya, just go with it.
Like don't overanalyze.
Yes.
Kasi lalo ka may stress.
Tama.
And for Jace naman, sorry.
Take it slow.
Take it slow. For Jace naman, take it slow. Don't rush things. Yun. Like don't feel pressure that you have to be in a relationship immediately. Don't feel pressure that lahat na sa tropahan ko may bebe na. Sana ako hahanap na ako ng bebe.
No, wag ganon. Dapat papasok lang siya sa sa buhay mo. Dapat ganon lang dapat.
Like hindi ko maalala kung sino nagsabi na to. Pero naalala ko lang to na pakinggan ko in the internet. Don't date because you're lonely.
Tama.
Date because you're ready.
Yun, tama. Kasi huwag kang makikipag-date kapag malungkot ka kasi pwede mo maisip pa rin yung past Di ba? It can interrupt your feelings sa kanya, sa dinedate mo. Which is, yung yung dinedate mo, may interpret niyan as masakit. Masakit sa kanya. Bakit ka pa kasi isip about sa kanya? Di ba? Wala na nga kayo, di ba? So, yun.
Ano pa sasabihin ko? So this is my principle I go by, or my rule.
Your motto.
Analyze your emotions before you decide you want to date somebody. Kasi there's a high possibility it's just infatuation. that you're happy around them, because happiness can always be deceiving Being comfortable around somebody is deceiving. Kasi there's a difference between infatuation and love, and that's an important thing to remember. There's a difference between the two. Infatuation is temporary. So,
Yep.
So ang ginagawa ko, if I ever feel something that's nearly close or at least similar to, liking somebody or falling in love, I push myself away. And then I'll be a little bit less active in talking to them, and then okay, do I want to talk to them because I'm lonely or because I genuinely like them? Do I want to talk to them because they make me less lonely, or because I actually like them? That I like them and stuff like that. And it's more on, I think it's more of like a defense mechanism than a saying, honestly. Kasi parang nasanay na akong I let my emotions take control of my actions, which is never a good idea. So now parang I've learned my lesson na in a way it's take things slow. In a way it's also go with the flow kasi the more you try to overanalyze things, the more you try to rush things, the more your feelings,
you more you try to complicate your feelings.
The more what you feel for the person becomes disingenuous.
Tama.
Cause it's more like that Now, alam niyo naman guys, relationships is not always smooth sailing naman talaga, di ba?
Correct.
Kasi hindi naman kasi lahat ng tao makikilala mo in that are in the dating apps or in social media are actually genuine with their feelings naman, di ba?
Yeah.
And then, may mga times talaga if you're keen enough to notice it, may mga times talaga that there are red flags.
Yeah, so eto nga, ang next subtopic natin about love, how to detect or when to detect a red flag. Paano ba makikita kung meron nga bang red flag sa inyong relationship? Start with Arnie. Let's hear your inferences.
So, for first and foremost, alamin mo na lahat ng red flags before you get in a relationship with somebody.
Yes, ito yung ultimate question, the $1 million question. What are the red flags?
Or the red flags, honestly, madami. Depende on what you think. Kasi, iba ang red flags ng isang tao sa red flags ng iba. Kasi, it's more on on your principle, diba? On what you think. Kasi, kumbaga, I think the most clear red flag is talking about your ex. It's them talking about their ex and like parang lagi kinakwento. Dahil lagi na lang bukang bibig nung person is their ex. And like I don't blame them that they like. No, I blame them. Kasi like it just means that you haven't moved on. Ganon.
Correct.
But at the same time, maybe they want to share their experience in the past. Doon tayo we'll see that red flags are kind of subjective. In a way, hindi naman, may mga red flags talaga na clear cut, no, X is out agad. Pero yung ganong example, pero for me, I think talking about your ex, unless your girl is interested, that your girl or your guy is interested, that they want to know, you shouldn't be mentioning your ex. That's what I think. Ganon mga red flags na and honestly, sa totoo lang, like red flags are only spotted pag kayo na.
Correct.
Kasi doon sila magiging comfortable, doon mawawala yung good foot forward na ipapakita nila yung ugali nila. Kaya doon, before I talk about red flags ulit, I think kaya naniniwala ako na hindi dapat pinapatagal ang panliligaw, pinapatagal ang relationship.
Correct.
Kasi pag naniligaw ang lalaki or ang babae, which is usually rare, good foot forward ang mga yun Like, ipapakita lang nila ang magandang magandang bagay sa kanila.
Correct.
Now, if usually ito yung mga times pag if yung nililigawan is very hard to get, kumbaga hard to get na okay, kailangan maganda ugali ko, dapat ganito ganyan. So, yung naliligaw, good foot forward. Dahil pinapakita yung mga yon. Pero, the moment na sinagot sila, okay, red flags, ingat.
Ingat na kayo kasi alam mo na guys na ipapakita niya yung ugali niya when naging kayo.
Oo. And like,
you need to know them. You need to know them ano talaga yung red flags. And red flags are really subjective. Kumari, ang red flag ko is toxicity.
Toxicity is
I mean,
types of toxicity.
Maraming types of toxicity. Any toxic relationship, it's a red flag. Kailangan mong umalis yun. Kailangan mo nang umalis doon sa isang toxic.
Toxic? Ano ba?
Or just,
Example.
like, sobrang lagi kayo nag-aaway, na konting bagay lang, maliit na bagay lang. Oo. And, yung relationship niya is parang basag, hindi buo.
Actually, dun sa sinabi mo na konting bagay pinag-away, bigla akong may naisip akong gusto sabihin. Baka there's a problem in the communication.
Ayun din.
Okay, again, dun ipapakita ang subjectivity when it comes to red flags. Kasi, malay natin, hindi mo naiintindihan yung pinapahiwating ng tao.
Tama.
So, like, you gotta talk about it. Bakit? Bakit itong maliit na bagay na para sa akin, big deal sa'yo?
Bakit nga ba yun?
Ganon. Once again, minsan madaling maayos ang mga quote-unquote red flags pag pinag-uusapan kung bakit. Bakit ganito? Bakit ganyan? For me, ito lang number one kung parang red flag. When they say they date to marry.
They date to para lang makasal, ganun.
Oo.
Walang purpose yung yung kanyang pag-date, like there's no love, ganun. Sa marry lang, ganun.
I mean kasi, ang reason for that is, nagiging disingenuous. Or what I see is parang, alam nilang hinahabol sila.
And also, yung feeling sila is not genuine.
Like, they're aware na they're a keeper. Na madaming nahabol sa kanila.
Okay.
Usually, ganun eh. Yung mga date to marry. I'm not generalizing na. I'm not generalizing. Pero this is what I've noticed. The people who believed in the date to marry concept, most of the time, sila yung mga pa-victim. Na, itong guy na to, niligawan ako after 6 months, and then bigla na lang siya nawala. Okay. Tapos, did you like him? Were you giving him a chance? Were you showing interest of any way to him? Wala. Ikaw may kasalanan, honestly. Look, real talk yun yung that's my opinion. Kasi, hindi ako naniniwala. Hindi ako naniniwalang may lalaking kaya maghintay ng 6 months without receiving at least a sliver of hope in the future. Na kasi, if ever naghintay ang guy for that long, and like there's no signs of like chance, I think it's not really, you're not dating to marry, you're dating to find somebody to be your slave or something.
Ay, hindi dapat ganun, guys.
I don't know. What say you, Jace? Parang nakikita ko yung mga impressions mo eh.
No!
What are your inferences about?
Do you disagree ba?
Hindi naman, hindi. Oh, I think mine would be, there's a lot naman, di ba? I think,
and also, magkakaiba tayo ng mga beliefs and whatnot about quote-unquote red flags.
Yeah, I think one red flag that I try to look for, hindi naman sa nag-criticize ako ng tao when these things happen, kasi like, we're all human. We have our own,
we make mistakes,
toxic traits or whatever.
Yeah.
And things could be worked out rin naman if you're in a relationship and these things happen. But then again, if sobra na, then just don't try or whatever. But I think mine would be like spotting somebody's behavior when things get tricky. Like kunwari may problema or like when they're mad and their behavior becomes abusive or like they raise their voice to prove a point, ganon. You know, when I think that, I mean, that's one of the things that I try to like spot kapag when you have a problem with somebody. And it's not just, you know, it's not just with like romantic relationships and stuff. It's also like with friends. Like when you're arguing with them, when you're trying to solve a problem, like ano ba yung behavior nila? Ano yung ugali nila? How do they respond? How do they react? Like I think that's one thing that you should look at. I'm not saying na you should judge people. I'm just saying like you should pick the right people to be around with, and to know that you have to spot red flags whenever somebody is in distress. Kasi makikita mo yung like natural response of a person when they're trying to solve a problem with you. Because sometimes people respond in abusive ways because of how they were brought up. But I don't know. That's up to people's struggles or whatever. But yeah, I think that's one thing you can do to spot red flags.
Like you see as like they're not open to talk about it, but like they feel like aggressive reaction, diba?
Yeah, that's one example.
Or like, I actually don't like that. Yung you're trying to make things clear, na you're trying to talk it out, pero biglang they become very aggressive. That's like a red flag, almost even in friend groups. So like they're trying to prove themselves right kahit alam mo tama, mali sila, stuff like that. And I agree with that. And like honestly, like guys, what do you guys think ba? For me, kasi when it comes to red flags, like I said, it's really subjective on how you view a relationship, diba? Kasi, baka for me, by the way, I'm not calling out people who date to marry. If you guys, value yourselves, you know your self-worth, hey, good for you, man. I respect that. But like there are others who weaponize that concept, and that's what I want to. I've seen some stuff, bro. And yeah.
And red flags also. I agree to Arnie din na ang red flag ay subjective talaga. It depends on ano yung pinaniniwalaan mo. It could be religious, or it could be your other stuff. Basta kung ano yung pinaniniwalaan mo, magkakaiba tayo ng red flags eh. Kumari, red flag ko ay hindi red flag ng iba. Red flag ko, hindi red flag ni Arnie. Ganon.
Kasi like, tapos ito pa, when you're going into a relationship, wag ka immediately mag-look for red flags.
Correct.
I mean, if you notice them immediately, good for you. But like, kasi the moment you're in search mode of red flags, hindi mo makikita yung mga green flags ng tao.
Correct.
And like, ito pa, ano pa sabihin ko? And like, when it comes to red flags talaga, don't get into a relationship with, ginawa niyo to, X. O baka matagal siya mag-reply.
Ayun pa, isa pa yun eh.
I mean,
people have lives, oh my God.
Alamin mo muna kung bakit matagal siya mag-reply.
Malay mo, busy siya sa schoolwork. Malay mo, busy siya sa work life. Ganon.
Malay mo, nakatulog lang.
Oh my God.
Ayun lang. Wag mo masyadong seryosohin na hindi nagre-reply. Reply, hindi nagre-reply is not equal to ghosting agad, guys.
Sis, nangyari na sa akin yun. Nakatulog na ako, nagalit sa akin yung kausap ko.
Yeah.
Like, literally, hella toxic bigla sa akin. Oh my gosh. Am I not allowed to fall asleep?
Tao naman ako. Natutulog naman yung tao.
Partida boy, sinabi ko, good night na ako boy.
Oh, good night.
Literal, enough pa na yung phone ko.
Okay.
After 2 minutes, apparently, nag-message siya. I'm kinda lonely. Eh, syempre, hindi ko makikita. Tulog na agad ako nun eh.
Oo.
Pagkagising ko, ang daming galit na message sa akin. Like,
Like, what? I'm not...
Bro, I just wanted to sleep, bro.
I just want to sleep.
You could have told me that before I said I'm kinda sleepy. Sabi niya, okay, good night. Sabi ko, okay, good night. You could have said that before I said good night. Kasi like, I would be willing to stay up to talk to you about it.
Pero, I already said good night. Patulogin mo na ako. Diba?
Ganon. I set my boundary, boy. Ayaw na. Calm down, girl.
Alright, last thought of today's podcast. Ano yung mga advices nyo about love and relationship? General advice.
General advice has to be with, guys, unang-una sa lahat, ang sinabi namin subjective. Kung ano man ang makuha nyo dito, ang makatulong, good for you. Kung hindi nakatulong at hindi kayo agree sa mga sinabi namin, hey, I'm sorry.
Take what resonates.
Take what resonates.
Leave what doesn't.
Leave what doesn't. You know, we're not here to like, we're not dating gurus.
We're not psychologists. Kasi minention natin kanina si Sigmund Freud, pero hindi kami yon.
Pero like general advice, hey, keep on trying.
Yeah, keep on trying talaga.
Honestly, if you keep getting caught up from your past, you're not gonna evolve. You're not gonna develop into a better person. Yeah, keep on going. Keep on trying.
And akin naman is, my general advice is, ayun nga, yung parang sinabi ko kanina about my motto is, go with the flow lang, huwag nyo madaliin yung relationship. If feeling mo nagmamadali ka, just slow it down. Kaya nga sabi nga ni Jace kanina, slow it down.
Yeah, that's my general advice. I'm gonna stick to that. Take it slow. Especially if you're somebody who has the same age as us. I mean, life goes by really fast. But if you're 22, 21, you have your whole life ahead of you. Don't rush into things. Live your life. Live in the present. Don't think too much about the future. It's gonna be, whatever is meant for you is going to be with you, or it's gonna fall into your hands. Huwag ka masyadong mag-alala. That's it.
Okay, closing remarks, everybody.
Once again, thanks you guys so much for listening. I think we've passed the 1 hour time na no?
Oo, siguro. 1 hour na to.
Thank you guys so much for reaching this at this point. I want to say thank you so much. This is Arnie once again. I'm local sad boy ng group na to.
And this is Jace. All I can say is take care out there and be safe.
And this is Teen John 06. Masasabi ko lang is stay safe, have a self-care, and yun lang.
Happy Valentine!
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine's, guys. Di ako sawi, pero sana all sa inyo.
Sana all nga talaga sa inyo. And it's me, it's Teen John 06. This is the Potential Podcast, Episode X. See you on the next one. Si Comet Artalia. Ciao.